माय यूट्यूब चैनल श्रीकांत गुरुकुल। इस वीडियो में हम इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन की रिमेनिंग पार्ट थे उसको कवर करेंगे। इसके साथ हमारा पॉलिटी एंड गवर्नेंस एंड इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन दोनों ही सेक्शन कवर हो जाएगा। तो फर्स्ट द लास्ट टॉपिक दैट इज इंडियाज एंगेजमेंट विद तालिबान। सो क्यों न्यूज़ में है अभी? इंडिया हैज़ रीओपन्ड इट्स एम्बासी इन काबुल आफ्टर नियरली 10 months ऑफ तालिबान टेक ओवर ऑफ अफगानिस्तान जो कि पिछले लास्ट ईयर अगस्त में जो कि रिजाइम चेंज हुआ था अफगानिस्तान में, तालिबान ने टेक ओवर किया था आफ्टर द यूएस ट्रूप विड्रॉल। तो तब से इंडियन एम्बेसी वहाँ से बंद था, अभी इंडिया रीओपन करने जा रहा है। एंड क्या क्या न्यूज़ है अभी? और India also sent an official Indian delegation to offer humanitarian assistance and developmental that is cooperation. So India अफगानिस्तान के लिए हमेशा से humanitarian assistance, developmental cooperation बताया आ रहा है. That is it is the part of India's goodwill diplomacy. The first such engagement since the Indian embassy was evacuated and after devastating earthquakes struck Afghanistan. सो ये एक फर्स्ट अभी जो आपका हुआ था अफगानिस्तान में, उसके बाद ये फर्स्ट ऐसे एक एंगेजमेंट है। तो डेवलपमेंट्स एक्वायर सिग्निफिकेंस एज इंडिया हैड रिफ्यूज टू रिकॉग्नाइज द तालिबान एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इन अफगानिस्तान एंड हैज ऑस्ड द इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी टू गो स्लो इन रिकॉग्नाइजिंग तालिबान। तो पहले जो तालिबान का रिजाइम जब शुरू हुआ था, तो फर्स्ट इनिशियली इंडिया रिफ्यूज़ कर रहा था टू रिकॉग्नाइज तालिबान एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। रिफ्यूज़ तो नहीं कर रहा था, दैट इज इंडिया स्टांस वाज वेट एंड वॉच। देन द प्रेजेंट एंगेजमेंट देयर वाज इन चेंज इन इंडिया's approach with respect to the Taliban. The government has however clarified that it is not the total recognition, that is diplomatic recognition to the Taliban. It is just for the humanitarian assistance and the development cooperation to Afghanistan people. And there is also background of the Afghan Taliban issue that क्या बैकग्राउंड है? तो ये शुरू होता है दैट इज quickly after the withdrawal of the Soviet Union in 1989, that is then the Taliban emerged in 1990s. after US सोवियत यूनियन के विड्रॉल के बाद वो emerge होता है 1990s में, and they ruled that is in Afghanistan for 1996 to 2001. So they imposed the brutal Sharia law. There is a banning of women from public life. There is also a public education and operation. Okay, and following this September 11 terrorist attacks on the United States, and it in that period in the 1996-2001, that was a safe haven of our terrorist. That is, and following the September 11 terrorist attack, the United States that is implement the Chapter 5 of the NATO. It is a North Atlantic Treaty Organization, Chapter 5, and US together with its NATO allies led a military campaign against Al Qaeda and the Taliban government in Afghanistan that harbored and supported it. So, and with 14,000 troops in Afghanistan, US engagement was continued for that is nearly 20 years, and so as to prevent any resurgence of the Taliban group. This involves heavy human and economic cost for US, but without a clear victory over Taliban. So in the intervening time, an elected Afghan government replaced the Taliban. That is, most measure of human development have improved, but approximately a third of the Afghanistan was still a contested area. So that was half of the a third of the Afghanistan that was still under the Taliban regime. The US and Taliban signed a landmark deal in Doha, that is in February 2022, to end the war in Afghanistan and allow the US troops to return home. So, and as soon the US withdrawal of the US troop from Afghanistan to 2021, Taliban, there is several allied militant groups began their offensive, entered Kabul and sought the unconditional surrender of the central government. Again, the Taliban regime started. Why should India engage with Taliban? क्यों इंडिया तालिबान के साथ एंगेज होना चाहिए? राइजिंग इंटरनेशनल एंगेजमेंट्स. सो सारी इंटरनेशनल जो कि कंट्रीज या अदर इंटरनेशनल दे आर showing their interest in Afghanistan. So India also focused on uh, um, it is engagement in Taliban. However, India is initially India is in the favor of isolating Taliban, declining influence of Pakistan. So there is a back in 1990s there was a security assistance from the Pakistan side to the Taliban, but now there is the Pakistan Taliban, that is TTP, that is terrorist activities in Pakistan, disagreements between the Kabul and Pakistan, that is over the Durand line, that is the disputed border between Pakistan and Afghanistan are the factors responsible for the declining influence of the Pakistan. A view that has gained ground in the Indian establishment is that it is the time. So it is hypothetical Pakistan from the Taliban, especially in this scenario. So this is the region. That's why India is also keen to engage with Taliban. There is also a national security issue because Afghanistan in the past provided space to terror groups like Al Qaeda and ISIS, and there also has ties with Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, who are um, the terrorist organization who always attacked various attacks on India. An engagement with Taliban would give an opportunity to convey Indian concern directly and encourage those elements within the group who wish to open its diplomatic choices and mutually beneficial. As Taliban is keen to gain international recognition, Taliban is keen to gain international recognition, keen to gain that is a diplomatic approval from the country like India, and there is also a and it is not adverse to development ties with India, and that is Taliban has no issue with the development ties with India despite whatever concerns Pakistan may have regarding in Indian presence in Afghanistan. So now Taliban called on India to reopen its mission in Kabul, resume direct flights to the country, and also accept Afghan military trainees. So there is also downsides of India's engagement. क्या drawback है? It shows inconsistency in the Indian's policy because India always supported an Afghan-owned and Afghan-controlled government, but now India is going to give approval to the Taliban government. So it shows inconsistency in the India's foreign policy, and there is also security concerns. India continues to face threat from the terrorist actions such as the Haqqani group, which is a key member of the Taliban. And also, as per the recent report, that is UN Taliban Monitoring Committee report, that terror groups are continuing to find safe haven on Afghan soil with the Taliban support. There is groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, which only tried India continue to work out of the Nangar, Nangarhar province and other areas. No change in the ideology of the Taliban. Taliban is still in the previous mindset, in the previous medievalism. The attacks on minorities are continued and restrictions on women have also increased, and they are also imposing the Sharia laws. And this is a conflict of India's ethos and may create negative perception of India for Afghan people. Dealing with pro-China neighbors of the Taliban. As India increases its engagement with Taliban, it would need to be redefine its relations with Tajikistan. And Tajikistan is very close to Beijing. So this is the, and there is so many investments that is in Afghanistan from India side. क्या क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट देखते हैं assistant in constructing, operating, rebuilding, restoring buildings with various type of infrastructure development is in Afghanistan. That is Afghanistan's parliament that is made by India. And reconstruction of the Salma Dam, that is Afghan Indian Friendship Dam पे बोला जाता है उसे. Construction of the Jarans Delaram Road, the high impact community development project program. The transfer of the various objects like ambulances, buses, biscuits, medicine, military vehicles, and helicopters, etc. People to people exchanges is also there. It is offering scholarships for Afghan students, organizing training for Afghan soldiers, policemen, and public servants. So this is all about this news. कुछ छोटी छोटी न्यूज़ है that is between India and United Arab Emirates. So recently our Prime Minister visited United Arab Emirates, and both the countries reviewed the progress of the joint vision statement which was signed during a virtual summit in February 2022. What is this joint vision statement? So So it strengthened the comprehensive strategic partnership and laid the roadmap for enhancing cooperation with a special focus on defense, security, and trade investment. So there is a enhancing cooperation with a special focus on किस field में, that is in the trade, in the defense and security, and there is also trade and investment. So then trade में क्या in the field of trade, historic India UAE comprehensive that is economic partnership agreement (CEPA) signed during the virtual summit has officially entered into force on 1st May 2022. CEPA is expected to increase the total value of the bilateral trade in goods over $100 billion, and that is in bilateral trade in services, that is $15 billion. That is expected after the implementation of the, that is, comprehensive economic partnership agreement. It will help Indian exporters gain access to Western Asian countries, African market, and Western Asian markets through UAE. There is also an agreement in the field of defense and security. What is that? There is maritime cooperation between the maritime cooperation to maintain peace and security in the region through regulatory military exercise, just like Desert Eagle. It is a Desert Eagle. It is a military exercise between India and UAE. Both countries jointly committed to fight extremism and all forms of terrorism, including cross-border terrorism. And also there is also an agreement that is in field of people to people in United Arab Emirates has the highest number of the Indian diaspora, that is about 3.5 million, contributing high remittances to India. There is a people to people contact between the India and UAE. The space collaboration, ISRO recently launched UAE's first nano satellite, that is Knife 1. That is called Knife 1. It is a nano satellite, UAE's first nano satellite, which is launched by our space center, that is ISRO, space organization. Which SETI power project? So SETI power project, it was before it was dealing by China. After 4 years back, China withdrew from it. Now India will take over the West SETI hydropower project. So it is a hydropower project, potential of 83,000 megawatt and city, and India is viewed as a feasible market for Nepal, and but there has been some uncertainty over India's inability to deliver projects on time. So India is usually on inability. There is a question mark on this project. There is also a news, that is International North-South Transit Corridor, the INCTC. It was started in 2000 by Russia. It is a multimodal transportation network that is to promote the transportation cooperation among the member states. It connects Indian Oceans and Persian Gulf to the Caspian Sea via Iran, and is then connected to the St. Petersburg and North European via Russia. It has 13 members have signed the INSTC, that is International North-South Transit Corridor, and 13 members है, that is India, Iran, Russia, Azerbaijan, Armenia, there is Kazakhstan, Belarus, Turkey, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Oman, Ukraine, and Syria. So what is the significance for India? Significance of INCTC for India: it will cut down the transportation cost of goods by almost 30%, the transport time, and it is also cut down the transportation time. It will help India to gain smooth access to Central Asia and beyond. It will help to expand trade and investment links, reduce dependence on current trading partners, especially energy, that is connectivity through realignment of supply chains. It is also being seen as India's that is counter to the China's Belt and Road Initiative. Other planned corridors connecting India and Russia and Europe, that is China Vladivostok Maritime Corridor, is connecting India and Russia. India's Arabian Mediterranean that is corridor, that is connecting India and mainland Europe via Piraeus port of the Greece and Middle East. Now there is also news from that is Israel and UAE trade deal. Israel signed a free trade deal with the United Arab that is Arab Emirates for the first time with an Arab country that is building on the US and their US brokered Abraham records. So according to the Abraham record, this is the first Israel signed such a deal with the first Arabian country. Signed in 2020 between Israel and UAE, Bahrain, and later Morocco. The accord called for normalize the diplomatic relations between these nations. Deal is also to provide custom exemption immediately or gradually on 96% of trade between the countries. That is between which countries? That is Israel and UAE. Then the last news, that is on Northern Ireland Protocol. So क्या है ये? Recently, the British government has announced its intention to table legislation that would alter certain elements of this protocol, which is the most continuous element of the Brexit agreement. So after the Brexit agreement, that is, it is also British government also table the legislation to alter certain elements of the Northern Ireland Protocol. The protocol is a special arrangement and that ensures the land border between Northern Ireland, which is the part of the UK, and the Republic of the Ireland, which is an European Union member state, continues to be invisible and respect the SDL that put an end to decades of sectarian violence. So this is all about the international relation, and now we have already completed the polity and governance and international relation. In the next videos, we will discuss about the economic section. Thank you for watching.